francophone, 2 fois président, passer le pouvoir à un anglophone. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, monsieur le président, un pauvre qui vote ou celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, monsieur le président, l'Assemblée, il y a un Dieu. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un Dieu. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un Dieu. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux, des vieux, des vieux, des vieux.
Hi. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of British Cameroon, and the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. Today, I have come to talk about why British Cameroon National Party is the only party, the only organization that is using pragmatism to solve the Anglophone problems. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lee Sinker, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, I have often believed in pragmatism. Pragmatism is simple. It means you find yourself in a situation that is maybe difficult, even simple, or in short, you're dealing with things in a sensible and realistic way. When you start dealing with things in theory, you can never go anywhere. Because for the last 35 years, in connection to the Anglophone problem, what I've been saying is like a drowning man that will clutch at a straw, which means people who find themselves in difficult situations, they will do whatever it takes to get out of that particular situation. If you find yourself, like say, you drown for water, you see snake, you go catch snake. This is how some or most of the people, I say 99%, have been prosecuting this Anglophone problem. There is no hope. In my profession, before I give you a legal advice, I do my research. I take instruction from somebody. You tell me what is wrong. I do a research and I give you a proper advice to your own best interest. Not on illusion. We all know what is illusion. Illusion means false idea or belief. A lot of people think the United Nations can come and give Anglophone independence. It will never happen. A lot of people think, oh, maybe Britain, France, or Canada, Swiss, it will never happen. For those of you who have been following me, go and look at my videos. I made it clear that La République du Cameroun does not negotiate. I made that clear long ago. Yes, I understand. Most of us were born in British Cameroons or La République du Cameroun. But there's one thing that I have that a lot of people don't have. And it is very important. The best thing that ever happened in my life in the Cameroons was to go to Ngwakele, the then Yaoundé University. That was the only university in the Cameroons. I learned a lot there. I learned the system. We started in law, what we were doing. First year, all of us would have English private law. French private law, and droit public. So first year, all of us, the law students, were doing the same thing, main subject, constitutional law, some civil law in French, which was compulsory. Then second year, we start specializing. And I specialize in the Cameroons in public law. So I study all these things, institution international, this international institution. I studied them there in Guakele. All these IMF, Histoire des idées économiques, contentieux administratif, droit administratif approfondi. I learned all those their things. I understand and I know how the system works. All these UN, we studied them there. In Guakele, the then Yaoundé University. Then it was the only university in the Cameroons. So I studied the system. So when I come and talk here, I look like one of the wise British Cameroonians like Dr. Indeli. When Dr. Indeli warned us in 1954, I was not born, that if you join La République du Cameroon, you will not be able to talk. The gendarmes, they will beat you. We saw what happened. They were beating a lawyer the other day. We started this current fight 8 years ago because I saw pictures. They were molesting a lawyer on his knees. All those type of things. Dr. Indeli warned us. But most people, they like to follow the crowd. And I often say, those who follow the crowd do not go further than the crowd. So it is very important that leadership is not anything that you just come and say, I'm a leader today. I've learned all my life. I learned in Cameroon. I was privileged in Cameroon. I will tell you, some of Mr. Bia's very close associates, classmates, they were my mentors. But I mean people who went to primary school with Mr. Bia, people who went to secondary school in Mr. Bia, people who live in the same house with Mr. Bia. Two of them, they are the same time. They were my mentor for 35 years. So that's why sometimes I say the fight is not between Anglophone and Francophone. It's the government of La République du Cameroon. It doesn't mean you're the same tribe with Mr. Bia means you must agree with him. We see Mr. Isomba today. He keep on speaking. He's a Francophone. He's talking about our case. So I had people back in the Cameroons who were Mr. Bia's classmates and friends, who were my mentor for more than 35 years. I always ask them questions. So I understand how the system works. So to kick La République out of British Cameroon, it's not about going to do diplomacy with who or what, Britain or France, UN. It's a waste of time. The greatest law of any country on earth is what? Who can guess? National interest. A country can refuse to pay a debt that because of national interest we are not paying this loan. National interest is the greatest law of all law on all earth, more than even constitution of a country. A former conservative minister once said, when it comes to human rights and national interest comes first. When I mean human right, they will look at their national interest to get resources in the Cameroons than human right. So the gendarme can even torture you. They don't care. They look at their national interest first. Do we want that gas? Former Prime Minister Theresa May, why they were killing people, abusing people in British Cameroon, they were signing a contract for gas in the Cameroons. So they look at their national interest. So when I say British Cameroon National Party is the only pragmatic party, I'll tell you this. But first, when I went to Ngwakere, I was still very young. I don't know, was I up to 21? I'm not sure. When I wrote a book. And this book, let me bring it. This book, The Last Alternative, What Hope for the Cameroons, is because I witnessed what they were doing to the Anglophones when they used to say, "Le Biafran, allez chez vous." serpent dans la maison, ennemi dans la maison. But most of my friends who were francophones in the then Yaoundé University, we had no problem with each other. It was the government of La République du Cameroun that was encouraging this divide and rule mentality, not the francophone civilians or from La République. It wasn't them. So I learned all these things, the discrimination. And in this my book, there's something that I wrote there, which is very important. It's a very interesting book. And the title is The Last Alternative, What Hope for the Cameroons. Because in the book, I talk about the evolution to the Cameroons to a state. And what is very important, I talk about those history. But what was very, very pivotal in this my book is that I talk about the referendum question. I wrote this book, I'm sure, more than 25 years ago. More, because by then I was still in Cameroon. I'm sure getting to more than 27 years ago. So I talk about the referendum question. So I was hoping that they should give us a referendum. That was more than 27 years ago. Then I talk about different types of Anglophones. Because I always say Anglophones, they are not a political party. I talk about the Anglo-skeptics. Okay? The three questions. I talk about the Anglo-skeptics. I talk about the moderate Anglophiles. Then I talk about the extreme Anglophiles. That's more than 27 years ago. But what I've learned for more than 27 years is that they cannot give you a referendum. Then I came to the United Kingdom because I did public law in Guakele Yaoundé University. So I came here in the United Kingdom. I did private law now, English private law, studied constitutional law again, all those things again. So now, in Cameroon, I did public law. Here I did English private law. So I know public law and private law. You see, so I know all those things. So I've looked in the United Kingdom. When you see what happened in the Western world, including Germany, other countries, an opposition member of parliament can come and make a statement outside about Anglophone problem. Labour did that. But now they are in power. Do they talk about Anglophone problem? No. But when you are outside power, one person in the House of Lords, they don't have powers. Those people who come and talk about Anglophone problem, you hear in America, the Congress have passed this resolution. Those resolutions are not binding. People will say, oh, I've talked about this prime minister, I've talked about this ex-prime minister, we have gone to see UN. UN can do nothing. Recently, Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, he said, you, the secretary general of the UN, I don't want to catch you, don't come to my country. He's powerless. The UN only have power, let me tell you. When they don't like you, like Saddam Hussein, they don't need to go through the UN. They go there and they kill you. That's what they do. Even outside the UN. If they don't like Gaddafi, they finish you. If these people, they tell you that they don't like Paul Biya, it's not true. What they are interested is their interest. Nobody cries more than the bereaved. Nobody. Nobody will stand and say, oh, they are killing. One person might talk. George Galloway can stand and say, oh, they are killing people in Gaza. But have they stopped killing people there? No. So do you think in British Cameroon, your lives are better off than the people in Gaza? War can solve no problem on earth. In Northern Ireland, the IRA, Irish Republican Army, they had sponsor from America, Irish people. They had sponsor from Gaddafi. They were fighting real war. They almost killed Margaret Thatcher, the then prime minister. 40 years ago, they set a bomb, put a bomb under his hotel. So these people have been fighting for decades. Northern Ireland, but they are still in the United Kingdom. The Americans, they stopped sponsoring them after 9/11 because they look at them now like terrorists now, because you cannot be supporting terrorists in the United Kingdom, then you're blaming bin Laden. So they stopped it. The issue I'm driving to is this idea about pragmatism. We should stop this illusion because there is free social media. We come and talk false belief or idea. Yes, if you ask me today, Metro Mola Singer, if they give a referendum in British Cameroon, all of us, maybe more than 80%, even 90%, they will vote that they want to leave La Republique, they want independence. That is true. We cannot dispute that. But they will not give you the referendum. Why? They will say you don't have that mandate. Okay, if you are hoping that a friend of yours should give you, let me say $100, that friend might give you, the friend might not give you. But if you go and work your own money, you're sure to earn your salary. That's the difference. If you're relying on international community, nothing will happen. But British Cameroon National Party is not relying on international community. We have learned from Scottish National Party. We have learned from Sinn Féin in Ireland. We have learned from Flemish Party in Belgium. We have learned from Quebec that you can fight and kill everybody, nothing will happen. In the Republic of Ireland, when they were still part of the United Kingdom, some leaders, they have the Easter Rising. They attacked the British government. What did they do? They arrested all of them, put them in a firing squad, they killed all of them. This is where pragmatism came in. The Irish people, I'm sure about 90% would have said they want independence. The Irish people say, okay, we have democracy in the United Kingdom. Then, Republic of Ireland was still part of the United Kingdom. Take note, Northern Ireland is still part of the United Kingdom, while Republic of Ireland is now a separate country. So those people say, okay, you kill our leaders. You have all the guns and the bombs to kill us. What can we do? Let's create a political party called Sinn Féin. That political party, Sinn Féin, is in the United Kingdom, in Northern Ireland, and is in Republic of Ireland. It's just like I can say British Cameroon National Party is in the Cameroons and in Nigeria. So because they are Irish, they are looking one day they should come back together. So you can't stop them to have the same party in Republic of Ireland and in Northern Ireland. So when they shot their leaders in a firing squad, they say, okay, they created this political party now. When the general election came in the Irish part, what happened? Sinn Féin, the political party, all of the Irish people, they voted for that party. They had absolute majority. Out of, I'm sure, 105 seats, they had about more than 73, absolute majority. That was the beginning of their independence. That was the beginning. Britain said, okay, we are going to give you home rule. Home rule now means you rule yourself. We'll give you somebody like your own prime minister, but you'll still be under United Kingdom. So they selected one of the leaders, I'm sure it's Michael Collins, who was like the prime minister there in in Ireland. Then he was inside United Kingdom, Republic of Ireland. So what happened? This IRA, they separated, they started fighting each other. Those who were opposed to the treaty, because they signed a treaty now with the United Kingdom government, they were going to still remain there, but they can run themselves, have their own government. So they started fighting each other. There were some, let me call them extremists. Oh, why do you accept this thing like Scotland is running their own part of the country? It was just like that. Irish people, they were running their own part, but they were still part of the United Kingdom. So they started fighting each other. Why? So we learn from history, you don't need to fight, because the fact they gave them home rule That's what led to their independence. And some of them, they have to kill this, let me call in quotes, their prime minister. One day he was coming from Cork, another town, going to Dublin. They ambush him and they kill him. So you see, this type of things, you fight each other, is a waste of time. My point is, once, as British Cameroon National Party, we believe that nobody can stop us to create a political party in the Cameroons. We will be working with other political parties, not only us. Example, some political parties, they have approached me. I got about 3 of them. If they are genuine and they are good, what do? We put candidates for parliamentary election in Northwest Region and Southwest Region, British Cameroon. Example, let me say, British Cameroon National Party is more popular and can win votes in Fako. Those parties will allow us to stand in that area. Let me say those other parties, some can win place in Mezam. We are not going to put candidates there to divide our votes, so they will win it. And so forth in other parts. We take people who have probity and integrity, because take note, if you put people who are corrupt, who don't have probity and integrity, chop people the money, CPDM will come and corrupt them. So we are targeting this seat. Once, it doesn't matter whether we have 1 seat. Most of you saw what Cabral Libre was doing in the parliament. Once as you're in the parliament, you will be fighting inside that parliament. And to some extent, you can say you're not going to Yaoundé. They will do you nothing. You have their mandate. That's politics. That's why I say British Cameroon National Party is the only pragmatic political party in the Cameroons. You see people who are maybe ignorant. Somebody will say, if you ask me that, am I a federalist? Am I for one and indivisible Cameroon? Am I independentist? I will tell you, I'm none of them. Why? Scottish National Party wants independence. But they gave them devolution, which is decentralization. They want independence, but they put parliamentary candidates. The first time they won majority in the seats in Scotland was in 2015. And they agreed that in order for us to give you a referendum for independence, you have to have that mandate. So Scottish National Party was created in 1934. But you have to have that mandate. We are not going to give you a referendum. To have that mandate means you have to go and stand for election. Let them vote you. So this thing you say, oh, I'm not for decentralization. It doesn't matter. Forget the name. What you need is to get members of parliament. Then you tell them that this is what I stand for. When you get it, you say, this is what I stand for. Everybody knows Scottish National Party won. They want independence. But they cannot give you the independence if you don't have members of parliament. Politics is not by standing and see how many likes or followers you have on social media. They have never voted for you. We can boast things. They have never voted for you. If you ask me, Maître Mola Alex Ndivelisinge, are you popular on social media or in the Cameroons? I'm very popular in the Cameroons. If I go for election, you can be popular. Those who are popular on social media are musicians. Politicians, they are not that popular. They are not musicians. They are not Michael Jackson. They are not Lunge Lunge. Lunge Lunge is very popular because he's a musician. If you're a footballer, you can be popular. You're a footballer. You entertain us. Politicians are not all that popular like people who entertain us. So, as I said, we are the only political party in British Cameroon that we are pragmatic. We look what is achievable, not an imagination, something that's in our head. We want only independence. Okay? Move Remove, how do you call it? What is federalism? People are entitled to say they want federalism. People are entitled to say they want one and indivisible Cameroon. People are entitled to say they want independence. All their political ideology, Article 65 of the Constitution of La République du Cameroun favors it. So you cannot tell somebody who wants one and indivisible Cameroon not to talk. You cannot tell somebody who wants federalism not to talk. And you cannot tell somebody who wants independence not to talk. What you do stands for election. If I say I stand for independence, they vote for me. It means they have given me that mandate for independence. If I say federalism, they vote for me. They have given me the mandate. If I say one and indivisible Cameroon, then they vote for me. Then they have given me the mandate. That's how you do politics. I don't see how. I don't sit and challenge people and fight people on social media. I don't care. The most important person I'm focusing on, whatever, is the government of La République du Cameroun. Everybody on social media, you're wasting your time. Until we go and take those practical seats, we are wasting our time. Everything that's happening now is in favor of La République du Cameroun. If the government of La République du Cameroun makes another major national dialogue, I will go there again and make my point. It doesn't change anything. If you sit, you think you will go to Switzerland, those Swiss talk and Canadian talk, let me tell you the truth. A to D, never sanction it. It is some Anglophone ministers who are doing those things. And when A to D knows, oh, these people want to bring me at the same level with some entity on social media, they say, no, we are not there. But the government of A to D, La République du Cameroun, they have no problem for Anglophone ministers to go and say, okay, leave your arms, do this. They have no problem. But they will not sit on you on equal table, because why? They see themselves like a recognized government. You people, all of us on social media, we are useless. That is why, to me, what I do on social media is activism. Like what happened to this man, is it Barrister Tamfu? I made a video, other people made videos, people wrote a word, they said they are investigating it. That is my objective. When we needed GCE board activism, we had it. When we needed Boya University activism, we had it. So I don't sit here on social media while we have 35 non-functional MPs. Whether they are non-functional, they are useless, they are still the MPs. Until we take those seats from them, we don't have a voice. An organization in America, is it the Freedom House? It wrote it, it's clear if you Google it about Cameroon. It's a CPDM, President Paul Biya CPDM, they have been rigging all the election. It's official. All of them, they know they rig it, but they will do nothing. But the day we start standing for local election, because we don't need permission from somebody. It might not be Metro Alexis Singer who is standing for that member of parliament. Insofar as all of us, we stand behind those people, our own people, because CPDM people, they are not our people, except if they resign from CPDM and join us, that's a different case. So why these people, they had Irish Republican Army, they were fighting using violence in Northern Ireland. In Northern Ireland, some people created a political party like myself. They call it Sinn Féin. So if you want to be fighting the so-called war, mostly because majority is in Northwest region, you can fight there, but leave people who want to use politics and get the seat to do their own. There is no one size fits all. Let's forget about this Pahafoncha, Pahamuna, their style in 61, that they think everybody must be under one. We always need an opposition, even in opposition. As opposition, we still need opposition. I want people to oppose me. If you join together, You will end up where? In Nera Hotel. If you join together, you will follow Aijo and they will banish all the party and have only one party in the Cameroons. So you have to allow opposition to be at any level. Because opposition simply means they are scrutinizing you. If you look at my history, when they collected, is it $35,000, they went to Foley Hawk, a law firm that will give you independence. Where is it today? I challenge it. I scrutinize it. Because I was right. I was right. When people say, my trip to Boya, collect money, all those things, the money you have collected, wasted. If we would have started preparing for the next local election, it must not be me, it must not be you. Some of you, you sit on this social media. Even if Mr. Biase come back to Cameroon, you will never go because you're scared. Some of you, you know, you will live your life forever and ever in the West. You know that inside you, deep inside you, you know you're not going to Cameroon. So you want Sagat. If I cannot benefit from this thing, nobody will benefit. If you want to do politics, join us. I want to do politics. I want to become a member of parliament in British Cameroon. Although we are still under La République du Cameroon. I want to go inside the National Assembly and talk about the Anglophone problem by force, even if they don't like it. I will stand the same as I went to the major national dialogue. They were refusing to give me chance to talk inside there. I force myself. That's what you do. And there's an impact. Immediately in the major national dialogue, I blast and I said what I said. What happened? They came up with the fake special statue. I know it was fake, but you have to fight peacefully, verbally, before something comes. Mr. Bia never stood one day and dreamed and gave us multipartism. We fought. Mr. Bia never sat there and said, oh, I want to give you Boya University. We fought. Mr. Bia never sat one morning and said, oh, let me give you GC, but we fought. So we have to be in that parliament to fight. It's not whether you're one and indivisible, federalism, or independent. It sounds object. Take the seat. Then I can stand and say, Maître Mola Alex Lisinge, the people have given me the mandate. Because the people in this constituency, they want independence. That's why they voted for me. The people in this constituency, they voted for you because they want federalism. Or the people in this constituency, they voted for you because they want one and indivisible Cameroon. That's how we do politics. Let's learn to do politics. Let's not just talk, because talk is cheap. Pragmatically, can we create a political party? Yes. Pragmatically, can we stand as members of parliament? Yes. Pragmatically, can we win seats in the next 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Yes. SDF came, wasted 30 years. If we would have created a nationalist party like British Cameroon National Party, we would have advanced. Sometimes when we talk, let's be honest. It's not about you. If you're fighting for the people, you want them to have electricity today as I'm speaking. You want them to have pipe-borne water as I'm speaking. You want them to have it today, water. You cannot say, we'll fight for 20 years. People are suffering. Why you people are having 3 square meals? You think about the people in the Cameroons. You think about their security. You think about the women and children. You think about them. If you just sit on social media in a Western secure country and talk, you are not fit for purpose. You don't care. I don't do politics for myself. I do it for the betterment of our people. I want to better the lives of one Cameroonian. I want to better the life of 2 Cameroonians. If today in the Cameroons, we have a parliament in British Cameroon, but we are still under La République, where we have a first minister, where we can debate our own policing, educational system, legal system, whatever, our own institution, that is a step forward. Small, catchy monkey. That's how British Cameroon National Party, that's how we work. Experience is the best teacher. There is no substitute for experience. So people have different reasons why they are on social media. Most people are not honest. People are there, they make their likes, they pay the money, they do this, they think that, oh, maybe they might call for negotiation. It will never happen. There's only one way negotiation can happen. If you take that your arms, you go to A2D. Go to Yaoundé. Leave Bamenda people. Leave people in the northwest in peace and some part of southwest. Go to Yaoundé and fight. If you go to Yaoundé and fight, Mr. Biya will surrender and negotiate with you. If you cannot do it, forget about it. I know last time somebody made a comment on my page. Oh, they have given me money or whatever. And I replied the person, I said, look, do you think La Republic is richer than me? I'm comfortable. I'm happy with my life. No amount of money will give me the happiness that I have in my life. I'm a very happy man. And I cut my coat according to my size. I don't want anything more. I know Mr. Biya. If I want to work with them, I will take my CV and give it to them. I won't be talking on social media. If I want to work with Mr. Biya today, chop people their money, I will take my CV, put my experience, and send it to A2D. Then they will say, Mr. Alex, we on vacation to survive. See, they will give me the job. That's how you apply for a job. You don't apply for a job by doing activism, what I'm doing. I've been doing it all my life. Few people will come and say they have never joined a political party. I've never joined a political party in my life because I look at all of them, no manifesto, politics of personality cult. That is why I created British Cameroon National Party to change the political dynamism in the Cameroons. That's why. Because people don't know politics in the Cameroons. People create political party to go and join CPDM. Then they make you minister like Jean Didier Momo, Daikole, Daisala, Obelo Buba. That's the essence. Our party is to scrutinize and hold the government to account. Because I'm an Anglophone doesn't mean I know all Anglophone, I'm closer to all Anglophones. Some of my great friends are Francophones. I grew up with some of them in Boya, some in Bamenda, some in Yaoundé. They are my friends. Politics to me is not about hatred. I don't hate Mr. Biya. I have a lot of people like Professor Elvis Ngole. He's my senior friend. Back those days when I was in Guakele, we go to Bekin debate. We talk. It's my friend. I can go to Cameroon every time. Whether it's CPDM, he remains my friend. I distinguish political opinion with friendship. I have relative, blood relative, who are Betty, who are from West Province, who are from Littoral. So do you think my blood relative and my politics will have any problem? No, I don't have problem. My family are my family. I don't mix politics with my family or my friends. I can talk with CPDM, UNDP, SDF people. It doesn't affect me. My politics is my personal, individual opinion. It does not make me to hate Mr. Biya. It does not make me to hate Bello Buba. It does not make me to hate any person. I was in the Cameroons. I've never been an SDF. I was in Chairman's Fundi's house. We're there, we talk, we eat. I know Chairman since when he was Mr. Ebibi. Chairman, some of his kids are my friends. So I distinguish those things with politics. That's why when I go to places, I don't talk politics. If I go in an occasion, whether it's for maybe a party or something, no politics. If I come and talk my politics on this my party political broadcast program, that's how I do it. So ladies and gentlemen, we must learn to follow the pragmatic way. If you want to make your money on social media, please leave the Anglophone problem. People are suffering real. Some of you, I don't think you will take 1 year to do what some of us will have done. I've spent my entire life fighting for Anglophones. Ever since I was a boy, nobody has been paying me. It is a conviction. It is a belief that we want justice and equality. So nobody can come today and say rubbish to me. Because most of you have worked with La Republic government, you have gone on retirement, you have been on SDF, you come out. After SDF failed you, you jump to Fongodi Thinkers, Ambazonia, create your own things. But you were working with La République. I'm a man of probity and integrity, me. I deliberately refuse to work with the government, because if I work with the government in the Cameroons, when you work there, you're working for yourself and your family. I like a job that I will work to better the life of the people. If I want to have a job, a position, if you give me a job like a minister in the Cameroons, just to be a minister and be earning salary, if I cannot do something that will benefit the people, why should I take the job? Why? Why are you a director, a minister, a DO, a mayor, a governor, if you cannot better the people's life? So I don't do that kind of politics. British Cameroon National Party have come to bring the change that we have never seen in the Cameroons for the last 60 years. We are the party. We are a pace setter, and we believe we are going to bring that change. So ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ciao. C'est toi qui l'avais nommé, oh, tu as oublié. C'est les mêmes qui sont toujours ministres. Ils vont au quartier pour quelque temps et ils reviennent après.